so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight. I can't believe your handbag matches your shoes. Such careful with the rest. For the girl is second best to the sun. Oh, sigh, give her your attention. Do I really have to mention here we go.
I just found out that she played flute.
Oh yeah, really well, really well. I don't know what
This would be a wonderful time for anyone who wants to share a story about Peggy or just a memory, anything at all, to share that. I'll share one. My aunt, some of you may know, because I think I saw a few of you go, oh, I just learned that Peggy was an amazing flautist, because we have an amazing flautist here tonight as part of the band. And I included that in this collage, because this woman kind of looks like her, but also my aunt, I played the flute when I was young, and my aunt would give me lessons. And she was just amazing. And Peggy sometimes could be perceived as a very shy person, a very quiet, introverted person. But when she'd pick up the flute, she just was someone else. She was so expressive. She'd become alive, and her fingers would fly, and her face would completely be with the music. So she truly was a musician, and had that in her soul. and that's how a lot of us are. We have one thing we appear to be, and then another thing inside. So. And my aunt and I used to go, we loved Carell, who was a talk show host on KGO. We'd see him live around here together and see theater together. She was such a supporter of the arts and theater and opera. So nothing but good memories with my aunt.
I knew Peggy I've known her forever. I mean, since we were like kids, you know. And Peggy was one of the kindest, gentlest people I've known in a long time. She could be stubborn, but she really did not have a bad bone in her body, really. And as far as her music, she was an exceptional musician. Not only that, she she was good at a lot of things that nobody knew about. She had been to a couple years to college, but yet she kept studying stuff. Every once in a while she'd surprise me at what she knew about different subjects. And like Laura was saying, I went to many plays with her and concerts, and she always knew everything. Everything. I mean, really, it was really surprising. And so it's just too bad that, you know, I guess, you know, life takes these turns, and I expected her to live forever, you know, and still do. But unfortunately, cancer, you know, is one of those things that doesn't work that way. But I only have good things to say about Peggy, and like I said, her kindness sometimes would surprise me. Oh, an incident. I went to a concert with her. I was mentioning to somebody. This guy came up to us, and he was nicely dressed, and he was bleeding, and he said he had just been mugged. And you know, I thought, this guy's some schemer, you know, something. You know. And Peggy said, he had said he called the police. And Peggy said, "Who did you talk to?" And the guy gave the name, and Peggy right away gave the guy $20. that's the kind of person Peggy was. So, if anybody has something else.
Peggy is by far one of the most kindest person I've ever met. She is always respectful to anybody who comes to the counter, and we have very, very strange characters coming to the counter. And Peggy is just a sweetheart, but the best memory I have of her was about 3 years ago when we all went to Ted's, which is a dive bar right across from the Hall of Justice. And we all went for a little Christmas gathering, and I had no idea that she's actually a musician, but now that you are saying it, it makes total sense, because we had the jukebox going all night long with all kinds of music, and man, she was jamming it. She really danced her butt off, and it was so fun. She was so funny, and I know we all had a little bit to drink, and at some point a plant was falling down. I don't know who threw it or what happened, but we had a blast, and we love Peggy, and we will miss her forever. So thank you very much for this event tonight.
I got to know Peggy about 6 years ago when I started work for the police department, and she was always there, always helping, and I kept noticing that she was there when I got there, and she was still there when I was leaving. And I said, Peggy, you know, we pay by the hour, not by the job. And she said, yeah, but you know, I'm a little slower now, and I want to make sure I get everything done. And I said, it's okay, it'll be here tomorrow. And she said, okay, I will go right away. And I'd walk back to my office and come back, and she was still there working. So her dedication was very constant. And she was always there to help. And when she wasn't sure, she knew to come and ask. I encouraged her a couple times, you know, that it's okay that you could retire if you wanted to. I'm not pushing you out because we need all that knowledge you have, but you don't have to keep working if you don't want to. And she says, I'm going to retire when Renee retires. How long has it been, Renee? 4 years, yes. So and then afterwards I said, weren't you going to retire when Renee? Yeah, but I still have some things to do. And she said, I really like being here. And I like to interact with everybody, and I don't want to lose that. And I said, Peggy, you can work as long as you want. So stay around. And she always had a kind word. But Peggy and I also shared something else. We're both pack rats. I wasn't always her boss. I've only really technically been her boss the last year. And my office was always, it wasn't a mess, it just had a lot of work on it. And that's what Peggy was. And I had more fun because the new people, the new supervisors would come in and go, hey, should we help Peggy, you know, put stuff away? And I said, no, just give it time. Your desk is going to look this way too. And Heather, over here, her desk looked just like it. And she was the first one to hug me. And I would come to her desk and I would say, Heather, do you need a little help? And then Asher came along, and he was the clean freak. And just recently, he's taken over a desk, and it's piled full of work. And he's needing to enlist Elena to help him clean his desk. So it's been a lot of fun. The longer you stay, the bigger the pile.
I worked for the department for 36 and a half years. And I was supervisor for about 33 of those. I did 18 years on the midnight shift, and then the rest were on swings and day shift. Peggy's the one that helped me learn how the court management system, citation entries into the court system worked. Without her, I probably would have taken longer figuring out how the stuff was done. But whenever there was a problem with that, she either knew how to fix it or who to call to get it fixed. She also handled the paperwork when someone would send in a letter saying, I need a copy of my rap sheet. She kept those things in her own cabinet file, knowing that she had each month set up according to alphabetical order per month. So somebody would say, well, I sent my request 3 months ago. She could go back 3 months, go into that pile and find exactly where she put their original letter.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I was cleaning her desk, and there's letters there.
Right. But then when she'd get something from out of country, she'd save me the stamp. So I'd come in one day and she'd say, Renee, I've got a whole bunch for you here. They came in last week. So I'd be getting stamps. She'd gotten stamps from Australia. She got them from New Zealand. She got them from Britain. And she had all these lovely little stamps for me to take home for my mother, who has a stamp collection, along with her 2,000 plus pairs of salt and pepper shakers. But Peggy was very kind and thoughtful that way. If she knew that you saved something, she'd try to save it for you. And she knew almost as much as I did about how the office ran. Because I had fingerprints, which she didn't do. But then I did CMS like she did. And I knew record room and warrant bureau and photo lab. And Peggy was the front counter and citations. But if Peggy didn't know it and I didn't know it, nobody knew it. So they'd go to one of the two of us. But Peggy was always there. She was ready to help if somebody had a problem. When the people at the front counter started having problems with the people at the front counter, Peggy would stop what she was doing and go up to the front counter to give everybody a hand and get it all straightened out so the person could be taken care of and they could leave happy. I usually went over and sort of threatened them, but Peggy worked with them. But it's really too bad that we're in this situation at this point. Peggy should have been sitting here having fun with the rest of us. And I know we're all going to miss her one way or the other.
Hi, I'm Asher Maystein. I'm one of the third generations of supervisors that Peggy has trained. I have to say that she was always, especially on the swing shift, she would linger on and on with the swing shifters. Always a blessing to have her there. Just always great to help out at the front desk or if we had any questions, especially trying to find things when we're getting questions from DOJ to correct records. Peggy was an awesome resource. Another thing is she loved catching warrants on individuals, and she'd get kind of excited. She would come to me, oh, I've got a homicide, or this is, $999,000 warrant. She gets really tickled about that. So. And then she'd come walking up to my desk. I could hear her coming with her cane, and so I always kind of grinned because you'd hear her clicking down the hall. And then she'd be doing this, and I'm like, oh, yes, Peggy, what do you need, Peggy? And she'd sit down and she'd have this awesome warrant, whatever she's excited about. But we've really, really missed Peggy. We've missed her since she's left our department. She's been like the heart and soul of the ID Bureau, and she was always the person to go and ask if we couldn't figure something out. She knew exactly what we needed to do or who to contact. Yeah, lost
We
jackets.
just had an issue like that last week.
Right, and I turned to Elena and I said, I wish Peggy was here. We need to call Peggy.
Right?
Yeah, we had a major lost jacket that someone was really hot and aggravated for us to find because they needed to get something out of that jacket. And I'm like, Peggy was here, she'd find it in 15 minutes. But, she was just a pillar in our department, and she's been missed. So, it's just something we love like family.
Miss Peggy's our go-to person. If she's in the office, I know half of the business there is gonna get taken care of. When she's in the office, the clerical side, the window side, we don't have to worry about it because Miss Peggy's right there. When we're missing something, Miss Peggy will find it. What Gordon said, she's a pack rat. I had the opportunity to actually clean up your desk, Miss Peggy. You have a lot of stuff in there, a lot of stuff. You have some letters there from Timbuktu. I don't know where it came from, but I couldn't even open it. It was so meshed together, I don't know what to do with it. But anyways, I found some of your old candies in there. Some of your old, I think it was a Tic Tac at one point. And I can't tell what it is now. But it's cleaned up now, and we kind of missed that area where you were at, because every time I walk by your desk, I swear to God, I hear a small voice like, help me, help me, help me. So it's probably one of those missing kids pile up under your desk. Or jackets, which, speaking of which, the go-to person. Other than that, I love working with you for the last, 17, 19 years. It's been really a pleasure. Thank you, Miss Peggy.
You know, Peggy's put together a beautiful, well, her nieces have put together a beautiful evening for us. And very classy, but Peggy was able to enjoy things even if it wasn't so classy. One time we went on a little trip, and it was, we took a little minivan up to Washington to FinFest, and there was my niece helped drive, and there was another member of our Jack London Club, which was the Fin organization that we had going over the years. And we didn't stay in a fancy hotel, no. We stayed in a trailer that was part of a camp that my sister had arranged that we could just stay free, you know, and it was okay. It was in Long Island, Washington, and a little musty for the sea air, and clean, but, you know, just very basic. But we had a good time. But we all bedded down for the night. Oh, yeah, Robert. Robert was a young man, hadn't been away from home. He was about Peggy's age, I think. And this was his biggest, maybe biggest life adventure. And he holed himself up in the back room of the trailer. And we all spent, we thought, a fairly peaceful night. But in the morning, we found that Robert had barricaded himself in the back. And apparently he was afraid of the wild creatures out there in the woods of Long Island, Washington, and he said that he had to close his doors, and there was a big growling noise. And, well, turned out it wasn't a bear, it was Peggy. You know, Peggy did snore a bit, as it turned out. You don't know these things until you spend some time with people, you know? And, but we laughed at that, you know, and in fact, remembering it, I just kept chuckling and chuckling. You know, Peggy and Robert, you know, talking about Peggy the bear, Peggy the bear. Oh. But we had a great time, and, you know, Peggy's a sweetheart, and best to you, Peggy. We love you.
And thank you for coming. I really appreciate you all being here.